Hi there, folks. Sean Brodrick for the Oxford Club. I'm here at the PDAC again, and this time I have a great uranium company for you. Almost a uranium producer. It's not yet. It's just waiting on some red tape that just has to clear. Once that red tape clears, they go into production, which puts them on the cusp of some really exciting stuff. Dennis Higgs runs the company, and he's going to tell us a little about what they're doing. Please speak to my subscribers, Dennis.
Sure. Uranerz Energy Corporation, we are on the cusp of production. We have developed our project out there at the Nichols Ranch facility in the Powder River Basin of Wyoming. We are currently awaiting final okay from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. We expect that very soon, and we are already circulating water. Once we get the okay from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, we can add oxygen or baking soda carbon dioxide, which will allow us to start producing uranium.
Actually, you bring up a great point, which this does not involve moving lots of earth around. This is an ISR, which means they're just going to pump water and oxygen and stuff like that through the ground, bring it out through a water treatment plant, basically.
Yes.
And then they precipitate it out. And so this means that it's like extremely clean. You know, I mean, it's just not a big impact on the ground. And once that goes into production this year, you should make at least 350,000 pounds of uranium this year, right?
Yeah, we're already into March, so if we can get started here right away, we should produce 350,000 pounds this year, maybe as much as 400,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then next year, when you're in full production, it'll go to 600,000 pounds. Right?
Yeah, 500 to 600,000 pounds next year, and growing from there.
Right, and a resource of 19 million pounds?
Yeah, we have a very large project area in the Powder River Basin. We have reported under the 43-101 regime, we've reported 19 million pounds on 7 projects, and we have over 30 projects in that area. So we have a lot of blue sky exploration left to explore out there.
Now, if you've been reading what I've been writing about uranium, you know that it's really cheap on the spot market now, though the price is expected to rise quite a bit this year. However, you guys are hedged against that, right? I mean, you already have a higher price locked in for at least part of your production.
Yes. If we produce 350 to 400,000 pounds this year, about half of that is contract on long-term contracts, which we negotiated back when the long-term price was $65 a pound. So I can tell you the 2 contracts that we have in place currently are much better pricing and good for us to start up. And it leaves us some room to play in the spot market as well, because of course we do expect or hope that the uranium price will do a lot better later this year and going into next year.
Okay, so this is a very interesting company because after the problems they had in Japan, it, like many other uranium companies, got beaten down into the dirt. But now Japan is actually going through the process of switching on its nuclear reactors again because it needs them, the world needs them. China's building more of them, all that stuff. That's why the price of uranium is probably going to go much higher this year and next year, who knows. But this is a company, because they're just starting production, they really are really poised to grab a great chunk of that, to ride that wave higher. And so things could look pretty good for them. Now, it is still speculative. They still have, you know, I mean, who knows what Washington, D.C. will do, though they seem to have everything in place. But we'll be taking a closer look at this company. What's the symbol again?
Symbol is URZ.
On the NYSE?
NYSE, yes.
All right, so we will take a closer look at it and look at that in more detail, so stay tuned for that. Thanks very much for speaking to my subscribers. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Thanks, Sean.
All right, that's it.
All
right, great. Thanks for tuning in, folks. More good stuff for you just about to come from the PDAC in Toronto.